wasn't Trump or Hillary, though. I didn't like either one of them.
Really? You didn't like either one?
No, I didn't. I couldn't stand her. She dresses like a real estate agent, like her doing this thing with her head.
Yeah.
If you liked Obama, did he call you at all in the last 8 years? Did he ever put a sandwich on your table? You do that. You're going to keep doing that. You're going to be fine.
Right.
Everybody's like, what's he going to, oh my God. Dude, he is the greatest shit talker of all time. He sat at like $100,000 breakfast while the president trashed him. Humiliated.
This is a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm jumping around.
White House Correspondents' Dinner, yeah.
Thank you.
Can you make it through Bill Burr's Trump takedown without laughing? Trump couldn't, and now he's madder than a driver stuck behind a student driver on the freeway.
Not seeing me. I'm just seeing what they're doing. And it just annoys me. And you just want to win the argument. Maybe when they drive away, they're like, hey, isn't that guy from Comedy Central? I don't look at myself like that. I'm in my head, so I'm looking out.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Like, everybody knew who they were voting for 4 years ago. And then they just drag you through a year and a half of this stuff. Like, who was sitting there watching the debate, like, still not decided? Stupid election is finally over. Took forever. Like, you know? Yeah.
Burr's challenge. Explain Trump's presidency using only traffic metaphors. The result? A comedy pileup so massive, it's causing rubbernecking across the political spectrum. Are you ready for this joyride? Alright folks, buckle up, because Bill Burr just turned Trump's presidency into the wildest traffic jam you've ever seen. Picture this. Burr, stuck in LA traffic, his face redder than a stoplight, ranting about entitled drivers. But wait a minute, is he talking about the guy who cut him off, or the guy who used to live at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue?
Dude, the star of a reality show is going to run the country. The guy who decided if Bret Michaels or Cyndi Lauper would make a better CEO for a company that doesn't exist. Dude, I have to say, though, him winning is the most astounding thing I've ever seen.
It was a surprise.
No. Surprise. Dude, like, you're talking like Lake Placid, the Olympics, when we beat the Russian. He was the shit, though. He was like, he just reminded me like when I didn't read the book and I'm just winging it, you know? I'm gonna do it. How you gonna do that? Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Burr starts off griping about LA drivers who think they own the road. Sound familiar? It's like he's describing a certain orange-hued former president who thought he owned the whole country. As Burr's road rage builds, he starts drawing some hilarious parallels that'll have you spitting out your kafef. Trump's tweets? According to Burr, they're just like that jerk who won't stop honking. Beep, beep, here comes another late-night tweet storm, and those political flip-flops? Burr likens them to illegal U-turns. Hey buddy, he yells, pick a lane and stick to it. It's like watching a driver swerve between the left and right lanes, except this time it's political ideologies. But Burr's just getting warmed up, folks. He throws in some juicy tidbits from his podcast, comparing CNN's obsession with Trump to rubbernecking at a car crash. You know you shouldn't look, but you just can't help yourself, can you? As Burr's imaginary traffic jam grows, so do his comparisons.
That was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr. He's a narcissist. Liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up.
You think he'd go away if
You know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote the twist.
Trump's presidency, a 4-year pileup on the political highway. It's like someone decided to park a giant gold-plated limo across all lanes of democracy, causing a backup all the way to Russia. But here's where Burr really puts the pedal to the metal. He concludes that America needs a new driver to clear the roads. Maybe someone who actually passed their political driving test. Someone who knows the difference between the gas and the brake pedal of governance. As Burr's rant winds down, we're left wondering, is he talking about rush hour or the last 4 years of American politics? Either way, it's clear that in Burr's mind, Trump's presidency was one long frustrating commute, and we were all stuck in the back seat. So we've seen Bill Burr turn Trump's presidency into a traffic jam, but buckle up, folks. We're about to take a detour into CNN's obsession with the Orange Man. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, except this one's been going on for years.
You ever find yourself in a situation where they recognize you after you've yelled at them?
I think once you start calling somebody that like that whole, oh my God, is that the guy from that show, is out the window.
As you were driving, you were cursing at people, at other drivers, and yelling at them from the car.
Remember when your mom used to tell you not to stare? Well, Bill Burr's mother-in-law didn't get the memo. She's glued to CNN like it's showing a 24/7 Trump marathon. And let's be honest, it kind of is. Burr's got a theory about this, and it's spicier than gas station nachos left out in the sun. So picture this. Burr walks into his living room and there's Trump's face, plastered on the TV screen like a bad spray tan that won't wash off. He's thinking, didn't we vote this guy out? Why is he still hogging the airwaves? It's like CNN stuck in a time loop, playing the same reruns over and over. But why?
None of it made sense. Like this guy saying he's gonna build a wall from California to like El Paso, Texas. Like, dude, I've done that drive. That's like a 2-day drive, 85 miles an hour. Like,
And yeah, this is madness.
I don't
What do you mean
have
she
any-
dresses like
What
a
do you
yak
want me
and
to
meets
say?
under a mountain.
what do you want me to say? Like this whole thing, the whole thing, none of it.
Well, according to Burr, it might have something to do with the new guy in town. You know, Joe Biden, the one Burr calls a bore who wears a blue tie? Yeah, that guy. Turns out watching paint dry on that tie might be more exciting than Biden's actual presidency. Ouch. But here's where it gets juicy. Burr breaks down CNN's Trump addiction like a mechanic explaining why your car won't start. Spoiler alert, it's all about the ratings, baby. CNN needs Trump like a remora needs a shark. Except in this case, the remora's got a 24-hour news cycle to fill. Burr imagines CNN employees huddled around their computers waiting for Trump's next tweet like it's the second coming. Oh boy, he said something dumb again. Quick, call Anderson Cooper. It's like they're addicted to outrage, and Trump's their dealer. But here's the kicker. Burr suggests that maybe, just maybe, CNN needs Trump more than Trump needs CNN. It's a symbiotic relationship, like peanut butter and jelly if peanut butter was orange and jelly was fake news. Without Trump, what would CNN talk about? The weather? Biden's tie collection? So after all that traffic talk and CNN obsession, what's the final destination on this wild ride with Bill Burr? Well, it looks like we're all stuck in a political pileup with no tow truck in sight. Burr's take on Trump and the media circus is like watching a multi-car collision in slow motion. You know you should look away, but you just can't. Maybe it's time we all changed the channel on our political GPS and found a new route. Or at least learned to laugh at the absurdity of it all. As Burr might say, sometimes you gotta honk at the mess and move on. Just don't forget to use your turn signal or you might end up getting rear-ended by the next big scandal. Speaking of scandals, if you thought this was wild, wait till you see our next video. Trump goes nuts when Jon Stewart destroyed Trump's entire reputation over debate lies. It's gonna be huge, folks.